Magandang araw. So let's continue our discussion with axial deformation. So we are now on problem number 5. Actually, this one was your seat work, but let's answer it anyway na lang. Okay, so para din dun sa mga students na hindi nakasagot or hindi naka-attend ng our meeting. So sabi dito, when force P is applied to a rigid arm ABC, point ABC displaces vertically downwards through a distance of 0.2 mm. Determine the normal strain developed in the wire CD. So in terms of strain, madali lang yung formula kay strain kasi sabi natin, di ba, strain is just the total deformation over the original length. So if the question here is the strain CD, therefore ang pinag-uusapan natin dito ay yung deformation sa CD at yung original length ng CD. Okay? So according to the problem, nagkaroon ng deformation due to load P wherein ang nangyari for a while medyo manipis. Kakapalan ko lang po. Okay? Sorry for that. So, ang nangyari is, nag-deflect yung ating bar, yung rigid bar natin, no? So, yung rigid arm na to, nag-deflect down ng 0.2 mm. And this point is our deformation CD. Now, take note that the arm is rigid. Therefore, kung rigid yung arm, hindi siya magde-deform in any way. So, perfectly rigid siya. Straight line pa rin siya. So, let's draw the deformation diagram. Okay? So, what we have here is our rigid arm deformed. And this is our original position. Okay? And yung vertical distance, this is our deformation CD. So let's all call it deformation CD. And then at this point, we have a vertical line. Okay? Then this vertical line, sabi ng problem, ito yung displacement or yung deflection na 0.2 mm. And the distances are 400 dito. And then meron naman tayo ditong 200. Okay? So, dito, pwede tayong gumamit ng similar triangle theorem or yung ratio and proportion. That is, yung length ng mas maliit na triangle, which is this one, okay? Okay? So, the length of the smaller triangle over its height, okay, that is equal daw dapat sa length ng mas malaking triangle over its height. Okay? So, yung maliit na triangle, we have 400. Yung kanyang length, yung kanya namang height ay 0.2 millimeter. Okay? That is equal sa length ng mas malaking triangle from here to here, that is 600 over deformation CD, yung kanyang height. So our deformation CD is 400 over 0.2 times 600. We have we have 600 times 0.2 over 400. We have a deformation of 0.3 millimeter. So, maliit lang yung deformation. Since we have the deformation, we can now calculate the stress as the deformation 0.3 millimeter divided by our length na 300 millimeter. So, that is our length. Yung original length niya, yung haba nung ating kable mula kay point D hanggang kay point C, which is 300 millimeter. So, our strain is 0.3 over 300. That is 0.001 millimeter per millimeter. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, kada isang milimetro ng ating material, ang kanyang deformation ay 0.01. We can also say na pwede rin niyang 0.001 meter per meter. Okay? So, the unit of strain is per meter millimeter per meter. Okay, or pwede rin namang meter per meter. Basta siya ay length over unit length. Kasi dati siya ay deformation over siya length. Okay? So ito, we can say na every 1 millimeter or every 1 meter, so kada isang metro, merong 1 millimeter, which is this one, may 1 millimeter na deformation doon sa ating wire. So, ito yung ating sagot. So, kahit alin dito, pareho lang po yan. Okay? So, pwede rin unitless. Sometimes yung strain ay treated as unitless value. Okay? Let's proceed with the next problem. Sabi dito, two solid cylindrical rods are joined at B and loaded as shown. So rod AB is made of steel with E is equivalent to 200 gigapascal and rod BC of brass with E equal to 105 gigapascal. Determine A and B. Determine A, the total deformation of the composite rod ABC, and then letter B naman, the deflection of point B. So, dalaway tanong sa atin. Una, the total deformation of our rod ABC. Yung buong rod natin na to. So, if we want to solve for letter A, ang sabi sa atin, total deformation. So, that is the sum of the deformation natin sa AB plus yung deformation natin sa BC. Okay? So, if we cut a section here, pag nag-cut tayo ng section dito, so meron tayo ditong P na 300. Then, meron tayong internal reaction. This is 30 kilonewton. Then, magkakaroon tayo ng internal reaction, let's say PAB. So, this internal reaction by summation forces vertical. So, we have PAB is equivalent to 30 kilonewton. Then, next, we have the lower member which is the member BC. So, ikat naman natin dito. Ang may iwan sa atin sa itaas, nandyan pa rin yung AB. Then, we have ano bitawag dito? This is what? A brass. Okay? A brass rod. So, ito ay meron pa ring applied load na 30 kilonewton. Then, dito meron tayong 40 kilonewton. Then, meron tayo ditong reaction. Let's call it PBC. By summation forces vertical, we can say that PBC is equivalent to 70 kilonewton and they are both in compression. Meaning, nagko-compress yung ating material. So, kung kailangan ng notation or kailangan ng symbol to distinguish yung ating deformation, pwede tayong maglagay ng positive or negative. Positive for elongation, negative for shortening. Or pwede rin naman nating ilagay yung word na elongation or yung word na shortening. Okay? So, kahit alin doon, tama. Now, gagawin natin ngayon, since meron na tayong force, that is our step 1. Okay? Given naman yung dimensions natin, the diameter of each rod, so mako-compute natin yung area. So, pwede na natin kunin yung deformation. So, our total deformation now is equivalent sa deformation ng AB plus BC. So, instead na solving ko ng buo, solving ko muna isa-isa. So, yung deformation ng AB muna. So, the deformation ng AB, that is equivalent sa P ng AB, length ng AB, over the area ng AB multiplied sa E ng AB. So, sometimes sa pagsusulat ko, para hindi na siya maraming sulat ng subscript, ang ginagawa ko na lang, nilalagyan ko nito, tapos may subscript dito. Ibig sabihin yan, lahat ng variable dito ay para kay AB. Okay? So, let's solve for the deformation sa AB. Ang PAB natin ay 30 kilonewton. So, that is 30 times 10 to 3 Newton. Then, our length for AB, that is 250 millimeter. 250 millimeter divided by the area is, may diameter tayo. So, 30 millimeter daw yung diameter. So, the area is pi over 4, 30 millimeter, then squared. Then, lastly, our modulus of elasticity, since AB daw is made of steel, and BC is brass. So our E is 200 gigapascal. So that is 200 times 10 raised to 3 Newton per millimeter squared. So cancel na yung unit ng millimeter dito kasi may square din siya. Matitira sa atin, cancel na rin yung Newton, ang matitira ay millimeter. So the deformation of AB is, we have 30 times 250 over pi over 4 times 30 squared times 200. We have here 0.1857 millimeters. Okay? Next, let's solve for the deformation ng BC. So the deformation at point BC naman, that is equivalent to PL over AE ng BC. So that is our P 70 times 10 to 3 Newton times our length is 300 mm divided by our area. So the diameter is 50 millimeter squared multiplied by our modulus of elasticity for brass, that is 105 gigapascal. So that is 105 times 10 to 3 Newton per millimeter squared. So in this case, our deformation BC is 70 times 300 over pi over 4 times 50 squared times 105. Okay. So, pwede naman kasing tanggalin na itong times 10 to 3 na ito dito. Ayan, ano, pareho lang naman yan. So, pwede nating i-remove yan para hindi tayo masyadong maraming tinatype. So, the deformation on BC is 0.108 millimeter. And our total deformation is 0.1857, 1857 rather, plus 0.0108 or 0.108 lang, 1018 millimeter. So the total deformation is, medyo nagmamadali na naman magsawat sa. So we have here 0.28785 millimeter. So that is our total deformation answering our question letter A. So for letter B, ang tanong lang, deflection at point B. Meaning, bababa kasi itong point B natin pagka nag-deform yan. Ano? Pag in-applyan natin ng load, ang tendency, mako-compress yung ating material, bababa. So ang mangyayari, kung yung ating original setup is ganito, okay, palitan natin ito ng white. Okay, then, ayan. So, kung ganito yung original position natin, ang mangyayari kasi dyan, magko-compress. So, what will happen is, isa-isahin ko yung compression para ma-visualize natin. Now, okay, so, draw lang ako ng reference line dito ng point B. Okay? So, i-isolate natin si member AB. So, this is A, this is B, this is C. Si member AB, ang nangyari sa kanya, nagkaroon siya ng deformation na 0.2 millimeter. So, ang tendency, bababa siya dito. Yan. And then, similarly, si member BC, nagkaroon din ng deformation. So, ang tendency niyan, si member BC, bumaba din. Okay. So basically, after the two deformation that happened, okay, ang nangyari doon sa ating member, sa ating point B, bumaba papunta dito. So yan yung tinatanong na displacement. Sometimes yung displacement na to is called deflection and denoted din siya by delta. Okay? Delta kasi is the term we use for change. Okay? Yung delta na yan, delta rin na ganito yung ibig sabihin niyan, no? Okay? So, parehong delta yon. So, therefore, in this case, ang deformation lang or ang deflection lang ng point B is equivalent sa deflection or deformation ng ating BC. So, the answer for letter B is the deflection at point B is equivalent sa deformation ng member BC, which is 0.1018 millimeter. Okay? So, ang mangyayari kasi dyan, bababa lang itong member na to dito. Kukonect lang siya. Okay? And ito yung ating total deformation. So, mula dito hanggang dito, ito yung ating total deformation. Okay? So, this point is just the deformation BC. Okay, that's it for this sample problem. Let's move to our last problem for our actual deformation. So this problem, sabi niya, the bar ABC is supported by a pin at A and a steel wire at B. Calculate the elongation of the wire when the 36-pound horizontal force is applied at C. The cross-sectional area of the wire is 0.0025 square inches and the modulus of elasticity of steel is 29 times 10 raised to 6 psi. So again, ang una nating ginagawa when we are trying to find the deformation is to identify the forces unless forces yung hinahanap, no? Pero the first thing that we need to do again is to identify the force. Ang pinag-uusapan lang dito is we have to calculate the elongation of the wire, okay, which is ito, yung wire na nagko-connect. Mukha lang rod kasi kumapal yung pag-generate ko ng image. But this is a wire, okay? Calculate the elongation of the wire when a 36-pound force is applied at C. So what will happen here is yung beam natin or yung rigid bar natin supported by a tension wire here. Then meron ditong vertical at horizontal reaction dahil meron kang pin and may applied na 36 pound. So if we take summation moment at this point, so let's take summation moment at A is equal to 0. So our distances, this one is 6 feet and up to the load we have 4 feet. So these are the distances. So dito, assuming clockwise positive, we can say na kung ito yung ating moment center, magmo-moment ng clockwise si 36 pounds. 36 pounds. And the unit of, and then our moment arm is 10 feet. The unit of it is feet. Okay? Then, wala na tayong clockwise. So, what we have is a counterclockwise tensile force coming from our support wire. So, that is T and ang moment arm naman niya ay 6 feet. Okay? And that is equal to 0. So, our T is 36 over 6, 6 times 10, 60 pounds. Okay? Better sure than sorry. 36 times 10 over 6, we have 60. Correct. Okay? So, that is our force, 60 pounds. Okay? Now, since we have the force, we have the area, we can now determine our deformation. So, deformation again, that is just PL over AE. Okay? So, the deformation, our P is 60 pounds. The length of our tension wire, the length of our tension wire is 5 feet. Okay? So, that is 5 feet. Gawin natin tong inches para uniform yung ating unit. So, that would be 5 times 12 para siya ay maging inches. The area is 0.0025. So, that is 0.0025 inches squared multiplied by the modulus of elasticity na 29 times 10 to 6. 29 times 10 to 6 pounds per inches squared. So, cancel yung pounds, cancel na yung inches squared, matitira sa atin na inches. The deformation here is 60 times 5 times 12 over 0.0025 multiplied by 29 times 10 to 6. We have 0.0497 inches. So that is our deformation on the wire CD brought by the 36-pound horizontal force. Now, there are questions na ang tanong dito is kung ito ay nag-deform ng 0.0497 inches, ano daw yung magiging angle of rotation? So, ang gagawin lang natin, if meron tayong ganyan, so magde-deform dito yung bar natin. Dito na mapupunta si bar ABC, ano? Okay? So, ngayon, kung ito na yung ating bar ABC, ito yung deformation na nakuha natin ngayon, pwede tayong gumamit ng triangle para makuha yung angle of rotation at this point kasi magro-rotate itong bar na to. And rotation is one of the deformations na meron tayo. Okay? So, what will happen here is, so maraming beses po kasi natin gagamitin yung triangle dito sa mga problems ng deformation, no? Okay, so this is the original point. This is our final point. Okay, so ang hanapin natin is yung angle dito. So, angle of rotation theta. Sabi natin, ang deformation at this point is 0.0497. So that is 0.0497 inches. Then our length here is from the figure that is 6 feet. Okay, naka-feet ano? So hindi naka-inches. We have to convert it later on. So since meron tayong opposite, may adjacent, we can say that the angle of rotation is solved by tangent theta equivalent to 0.0497 inch divided by our 6 feet which is 6 by 12 inch and our theta is the inverse tangent of 0.0497 inch over this is 72 inches. So our theta is 0.0497 over 72. We have an angle of rotation na 6.902 times 10 to negative 4 radians. Convert natin to into degrees, shift mode. That is roughly around 0.0395 degrees na rotation. Okay, so additional questions lang ito. So if ever na itanong, you can use triangle. So napaka-importante ng basic knowledge natin sa trigonometry dito. Sines, cosines, ano pa ba? Tangent, kagaya ng ginamit natin ngayon, similar triangle theorem. Okay, so theorems on angle. So those are the important concepts na magagamit natin later on. Okay, so that's it for the part 1 of our strain. Let's proceed now on our statically indeterminate sections or statically indeterminate structures. See you on the next video discussion.